Semantic thermodynamics refers to the behavior of meaning systems when attention, entropy, pressure, and alignment interact inside a semantic field. It is not physical thermodynamics. It does not measure physical heat, physical energy, or material entropy. It describes how attention moves, concentrates, disperses, preheats a field, or reorganizes meaning once a threshold is crossed. The central distinction is simple. A semantic field may remain dispersed. A field becomes thermodynamic when attention acts as semantic energy and begins changing the structure of interpretation. In this model, attention functions as semantic energy, narrative dispersion functions as semantic entropy, collective alignment functions as semantic phase transition. Semantic energy usually begins when an event becomes risk relevant, survival relevant, identity relevant, or collectively significant. A reality event produces risk perception. Risk perception mobilizes attention. Mobilized attention injects semantic energy into the field. When attention is spread across many possible narratives, semantic entropy is high. Interpretations multiply. No single narrative dominates. When attention concentrates around fewer signals, entropy decreases, interpretive variation narrows, the field begins moving toward alignment. Semantic temperature describes the intensity of attention concentration. Low semantic temperature allows plural interpretation and slow narrative movement. High semantic temperature gathers attention around specific events, symbols, actors, or threats. When semantic temperature rises beyond a threshold, the field may enter semantic phase transition. A semantic phase transition occurs when distributed observers suddenly align around shared meaning structures without centralized coordination. This appears sudden, but it is not random. The field was already prepared. Attention had concentrated. Entropy had decreased. Interpretive paths had narrowed. Semantic preheating occurs when symbolic or identity-charged events raise the baseline readiness of a field before a major event arrives. A preheated field is more sensitive, it amplifies signals faster, it requires less additional energy to enter phase transition. The same event may produce weak alignment in a cold field and rapid alignment in a preheated field. Semantic thermodynamics is related to semantic energy, semantic entropy, semantic temperature, semantic pressure, and semantic phase transition. Semantic energy describes active attention flow. Semantic entropy describes interpretive dispersion. Semantic temperature describes attention concentration. Semantic pressure describes compression when semantic load exceeds available interpretive volume. Semantic phase transition describes rapid reorganization once concentration crosses a threshold. These terms are not physical measurements. They describe structural relations within meaning-bearing systems. Semantic thermodynamics is useful when analyzing why some events fail to organize meaning, while others rapidly produce collective alignment. It is also useful when analyzing why some narratives disperse, why others condense, and why some fields become ready to align before the decisive event occurs. The task is not to maximize semantic energy. The task is to understand how energy moves, where it concentrates, how entropy changes, when the field becomes preheated, and what kind of alignment may follow. A thermodynamic semantic field becomes unstable when energy rises faster than boundary capacity. It may become over-aligned when entropy collapses too quickly. In that condition, plural interpretation narrows into simplified narrative forms. These forms may stabilize the field, but they may also produce false certainty, premature collective alignment, or symbolic compression. Naming declaration. Semantic thermodynamics names the structural study of energy movement, entropy, temperature, preheating, and phase transition within semantic fields. The term belongs to semantic physics within meta-writing ecology. It does not refer to physical thermodynamics, emotional temperature, popularity, persuasion, or ordinary information spread. It refers to conditions under which attention behaves as semantic energy and reorganizes interpretive space. Semantic thermodynamics should be used when analyzing how meaning systems move between dispersion and alignment, how collective attention concentrates, how symbolic events prepare a field, and how semantic phase transitions occur. It should not be used as a general metaphor for intensity. A semantic system is thermodynamic when attention, entropy, temperature, and alignment interact as field-level structural conditions.